What is up? What is up, man? What is going on? We back, black in the building. Motherfuckers like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing here early in the day? Don't worry about it, nigga. God damn. Nigga like, oh shit. This nigga ain't at the court plantation. They done got rid of this nigga. No, nigga. Nigga can take a day off. Y'all niggas got me fucked up. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody out there. If you at the court plantation, I'll fuck with you. If you getting ready to go, I'll fuck with you. If you're not at the court plantation and you're chilling, then I'll fuck with you too. But other than that, you already know what it is, you know what it ain't, man. I'm your boy Warren G, the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003, meaning you can't finesse me at all. I already had my tea, had some anise tea. It's cold to the motherfucker though. But anyway, man, we gonna get into it, man. Like I said, man, I'm just hitting y'all up real quick, giving y'all a little bit of information and some game, and then I'm getting the fuck on. And shout out to everybody out there that's reading, writing, and understand what's going on. Or if you're not just reading, man, get your read on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got this book right here. Y'all thinking about believing in the government. Before you believe in the government, go get this book, Medical Apartheid by Harriet Washington. I didn't highlight a lot of shit in here because I remembered so much shit in this motherfucker. So I'm going to reread this book. I'm going to reread it because I didn't highlight stuff in there, and I'm a highlighter. I like to go back and highlight stuff, so I'm definitely going to reread that book just so I can highlight the shit, even though it's a very, very gruesome book to read. It's sad. But anyway, we're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about school and racism. We're going to talk about how they are attacking our kids educational-wise and physically-wise and mentally-wise. And I got two things that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a situation that happened in Indiana, you know, where this black girl's going to this school and somebody did some sucker shit with her. And then another high school where this white staff member was punching this kid in the head. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to discuss what we need to do to arm our kids. How many parents are arming their kids and their nieces and nephews with stock bonds, 401ks, mutual funds, IRAs? Are you teaching your kids about that when they're 18? Whether they're a niece, your nephew, cousins, brothers, whoever it is, are you talking to them about it? Do you know what it is? If not, you need to go get stock tips for dummies. Go get mutual funds tips for dummies. Go get these books and read them. Go get you an IRA account. Go open up you a Robinhood account and start investing. If you don't invest in yourself, who else can you invest in? But anyway, man, we're gonna get it done today. Shout out to everybody out there that's on that sucker shit too. Erica, you already know what it is. Florida in the building, stand up. Shawnee, Philly, You already know what it is. 066, Tasha, Tamisha, Mariah. I ain't gonna do the Jesus comeback today. I used to do that on Sunday. But anyway, man, we about to get into it right now, man. Let's cut this clown ass shit down. But yeah, man. It is so much stuff to discuss and things that we have to arm our youth with. We have to stop telling them, go to school and get a good job and everything will be okay. We got to stop telling them that. What we need to start telling them is, look, go to school, be aware, take that education, and then we're going to give you some more education with these books. And you're going to learn how to flip this stock market. You're going to know how to do and invest in yourself. You're going to get you a trade so you ain't got to be worried about a corporate plantation job and working there for 40 years. Motherfucker ask me, man, you've been there a couple more years. You could retire. No, nigga, you can't retire till you're 63. What the fuck are you talking about? That's why people that work at the corporate plantation, they work there for 40 years. The only way you can retire is if you invest in yourself and investing in that stock and that 401k that's at that corporate plantation. If you're not doing that, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you're not teaching the youth, the generations that come behind you, like, hey, man, you know, what's up with your stock game? Ask them. You know anything about stock? Oh, no, that's white people. No, it ain't. Stock tip for dummies. Start explaining to them, letting them know, man, you can make money. If you can go to the sports book and make money, you make money off the stock. You know what I'm saying? And we need to understand that. Because while you're at the sports book, making those casinos rich, you better start getting into the stock so you can make yourself rich. And this isn't no fly-by-night get rich scheme. No, this is over time. You know, you want to start to buy stock and own it and keep it and understand what it is. Hobbies make the best trade, skill, and careers. Yes, that's a fact. Let me tell you something. I feel like we need to invest more in ourselves, then we can invest more in each other. And when we stop looking at each other through the eyes of the dominant society, I think we'll be all right. But we have to invest in ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? That's why motherfuckers, man, you pay your tithes before you pay tithes. Did you pay yourself first? Did you invest in yourself first? Did you get you a couple of books? Did you find time to invest in yourself? Sit down, relax, think of things that you need to do, get you a vision board, handle business, and then pour that knowledge into the next generation so they can understand about what it is and what it's not. It's not just going to school so you can get you a good job, because getting that good job doesn't necessarily mean that you're free. Freedom with constraints. Isn't that what liberty is? Isn't liberty freedom with constraints? Here, let's see. Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. Here, let's look it up. I'm about to look it up. Let's see. Liberty. Let's see. Let's see. The real meaning of liberty. Broadly speaking, liberty is the ability to do as one pleases or right amenity enjoyed by prescription or by grant. It is a synonym for the word freedom. Thus, liberty entails the responsible use of freedom under the rule of law without depriving anyone else's. Exactly. Freedom with constraints. That's what that shit means. Yeah, that's what that shit means. Different from freedom. And we need to teach them a lot of things too. I learned too. Please, before the new Matrix comes out, I highly suggest that people watch the first, second, and third Matrix. Please go watch them. Watch them over and over. Have a watch party. Please. I beg you to go watch these movies, because it talks about freeing your mind, understanding what it is. Your mind is a powerful thing to waste. And if you focus and hone in on certain things, you can accomplish a whole lot. You can magnetize certain things around you. That's why when you get around people and you try to show them love and do things, and maybe you get off on the wrong foot, or maybe you don't get off on the wrong foot or whatever, you're trying to establish a friendship and make sure we're on the same page. Some people just ain't ready. You just move forward. Move aside to move ahead. You can't be stuck in a time loop with someone else because they don't want to move forward. And a lot of people don't want to move forward. A lot of people want to play in this hierarchy of need game with the dominant society. And we can't do that. And that's why right now we need to grab a hold of our youth and start pouring into them the knowledge that you got. And it does not mean reading books. That's one facet of it. Look, if you done made a lot of poor decisions, that's things that you can teach the youth today. I teach it all the time. I'm the biggest fuck up. I'm the biggest fuck up walking. I'm a walking clusterfuck. So I can pour that knowledge to people. So many things I've passed up on and didn't do things and develop and all that. Man, I could have been rich. But that's trial and error. Sometimes you have to struggle so the next generation can succeed. But we got to put that knowledge into these generational teachings of kids. Like, and what I mean by that is the generations that come behind you, you got to be like, look, bro, whether you want to listen to me or not, don't be like me, man. Because I'm out here fucked up. I tell people, don't be like me. Look, I barely made it on the cusp. I just started learning 7, 8, 9 years ago about stock, bonds, 401k, mutual funds, investing heavily in the 401k at your job. About 8, 9 years ago. So I can say that. But what happened if I would have done it 15 years ago? You know what I mean? 12 years ago. Then what? Where would I be? If I would have been investing in myself. Maybe I wasn't ready. Sometimes we're not ready for that. So what we have to do is we got to start teaching. Like I said, I talk about family situations. I got family members that made millions of dollars. And I think it's because of lack of communication, lack of education, lack of knowing these things and being taught certain things that you're going to trick off the money. You know what I mean? You have to hold on to it for dear life and understand that it's about making more of it and investing in yourself and making good investments. You know what I mean? That's why I always say stock, bonds, 401k, mutual funds, you know, those type of things. You know, before you even get to the options trading, you just want to invest in yourself because over time it's going to grow. But you know what? We're going to really, really understand in the near future that, man, it's very important. If you don't invest in yourself, you can't invest in nobody else. And that means this. If before you even deal with the younger generation, you got to get yourself together, which means we have to be on the same page, which means this. You know, we can't hang our heads on everybody else's success. That's one. And two, we can't allow everybody else's success to deter us away from what we need to do and how we need to be focusing on giving out the proper information and not misinforming motherfuckers. See, the dominant society is great at misinforming people. They don't give a fuck. They're the masters of confusion, as Nearly Full of Jr. teaches. They are the masters of confusion. So we need to get away from that. And I'm going to play some videos so y'all can hear exactly why. Let me see which one. I'm going to play this one first. I want y'all to hear this.
1908, one black student at the International School of Indiana says she has experienced a series of racist confrontations at school. The family now tells me things escalated to the point where this week will be the student's last week at ISI, and that she's not the only one who's been targeted.
It was a meme that I got sent, a picture of someone holding a cotton plant, and then like under it was like, when you ask a black girl to prom. And I just look in the mirror and be like.
So they sent her a meme of a cotton plant saying, would you be my prom date? That's what they did. The white supremacists.
Like, I don't see anything wrong with me.
For other students at ISI, 15-year-old Gabby Porter.
There's nothing wrong with you, sister. There's nothing wrong with you. No, what is wrong is racism, white supremacy, and not establishing a system of justice. Everybody who passed around that meme should have been expelled. That's what should have happened. Because I guarantee you, I can't start a meme about when you want to take a Jewish person to prom and you have on a Hitler suit. That wouldn't make it up the street. That wouldn't make it nowhere. They'd shut down my internet access. But it's okay to keep putting in front of us these reminders of slavery. But that's okay. We like that because it just shows us we built this country for free. So it's all good.
It says they see something different.
They just throw around the N-word like it's their only word in the vocabulary.
Another kid was like, why would you ask her for some money? She's black. Black people don't have any money.
Gabby's mom.
Exactly. And that's how they think. That's why when they do see a black person with a little bit of money, a little bit of education, they think you're an athlete or you're a singer or you're an entertainer. They don't think that we have engineers and doctors and lawyers and all that. They don't think we possess that, you know, in our community, which we do and we have before. But when we do possess those things in our community, what do? Rosewood, Tulsa, they tear it to the ground because the dominant society does not play fair. Racism, white supremacy is not a fair fucking system. It's there for their benefit.
Brittany says the racist attacks have been ongoing for months. And when she confronted the school principal.
And then she was like, well, we can get Gabby counseling.
They wanted to get the sister, the black sister that's in high school, they wanted to get her counseling because the white kids were racist. What the fuck did I tell y'all about this mental health and getting counseling and therapy that I told y'all before? Erica, what did I say? They're going to use this against us. What did I tell you? Oh, maybe we should get you some counseling. Even though we're the racist ones, but they want us to get counseling. Ain't that a bitch?
Daughter don't need no counseling. Them kids need counseling.
She says kids were suspended, but once they came back to school, the same thing kept happening.
Think these kids would say, I'm a racist.
They do. Yeah, and they just walk around proudly saying it.
And they are proud of it because they have whiteness. They have a get out of jail free card. They pass go. They don't collect $200. They pass go. They get boardwalk and park place every time they pass go on the Monopoly board. They just don't know it, but they can use it every chance they get. What is it that they get? Whiteness. So I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't care if you are, see, this is the thing too. We have to really use this distinction and really start narrowing it down. Whiteness means Italians, Spaniards, all of y'all. Y'all claim whiteness. Everybody claims whiteness when it's convenient for them. White, Hispanic, they claim whiteness. I don't care what, Irish, claim white. Stop. You're going to claim white. You're not going to claim that nationality. You're going to claim that ethnicity. So I don't want to hear it.
You have kids that are admitting
To being racist.
to hating your daughter for her skin color.
Yep. It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
In a statement to ITMate, ISI says they do not tolerate racial intolerance.
Stop. ITI, or the International School of Indiana, y'all full of shit. Y'all probably the biggest racist motherfuckers since the inception of racism. Stop. Y'all know what the fuck is going on. Y'all know what the hell is being taught. Y'all know what is being said when black folk and black children are not in the room. Y'all don't like niggas, and stop acting like y'all don't. Y'all do all of a sudden because now y'all on blast.
Or other discriminatory conduct. Any allegation concerning misconduct of any type is investigated, and consequences are applied when misconduct is found. ISI couldn't go into specific details.
So basically, let me break this down to you. When they read those statements, they're just investigating each other. That's white people investigating white people. What do you think is going to happen? Nothing. So that's just a statement that they publicists put out just so that they'll get more. They probably going to get more donations. It's a private school. They probably going to get more donations. I think that school is like $20,000 a year to go to that school, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a private school. So you paying all this money for your kid, and that's what happens. So when you want to go to Yale, unless you're Obama, a Sambo, that's how they're going to treat you. At any university, any college you go to, you are a nigga. They don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. They don't care how smart you are. Oh, you're smart? You're a smart nigga, but that's okay, though. My dad built the second hall in this school. He donates millions of dollars every year, so fuck you and you being a smart nigga. I'm white, and my parents got money, so I don't give a fuck. And even if they don't, I'm white. And that's how they feel. And that's never going to change.
Of the allegations due to confidentiality, but Gabby and her mom says she's not the only black student experiencing this at school.
Yeah, because the other black students are probably Sambos, Coons, and Mammies, and they don't want to be put on TV because they don't want to miss out on their good education.
From over the weekend only heightened the fear the attacks won't just be words, but actions.
You hear kids killing themselves because of this situation. I don't want her mentally, because at the end of the day, she's still a kid.
I just felt like kind of like down. Like, is there something wrong with me?
See, hold on. Let's play this a little bit. I got to dissect this a little bit. Hold on.
Something wrong with me?
When she said that, hold on.
She's still a kid.
I just felt like kind of like down. Like, is there something wrong with me?
Gabby's mom says she asked the school if her daughter could do virtual learning this week just out of safety concerns, but she says she was told that couldn't happen because it's not COVID related.
First of all, here now let's get on until we get into the second video. I'm gonna get on that real quick. She's feeling down now. Maybe she may be playing the victim. I don't know. We don't know. But I can tell you this. You shouldn't feel down, and the mother needs to be pouring into her knowledge of self. And what she needs to be saying is, first of all, these people hate you because they not you, because you are blessed with melanin. That's what it is, and they don't have that, which means they're vampires. They can't go out in the sun. They'll burn the fuck up. Skin cancer is for they white asses, not for us. So that's first. Two, You're a gift from God. You're melanated and highly favored. So you got to start telling so we can know who we are. Because if we don't know who we are, that allows a dominant society to tell us who we are. And that's why you have a lot of Sambos, Coons telling about the gun line, Steve from Django's, Hayward Shepherd. You have those, you have so many of those at the core plantation as well at the school, the collegiate level, that will throw you a fellow brother, sister under the bus. They don't want to get along with each other, but they want to be all up in these white people's faces every chance they get. They want to take on the nationality of every other racial group but black folk. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, that's good that you know, like, that's why I trip off when I see black people in Japanese studies. Why are you learning they shit? No, you need to learn our shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can know who the fuck you are. And that's the problem that I saw right then and there. Now I'm gonna go to this second video of this motherfucking, I don't know if he was a teacher or what, bopping this student upside the motherfucking head.
All right, another developing story we're following in Howard County. The NAACP, they want to know why a student has been charged after a fight at Howard High, one that happened earlier this month. And it comes after video had surfaced now of that student being hit in the head by a school employee who had him pinned to the ground. Jessica Albert spoke with the NAACP and Howard County Police. She went to get some answers tonight.
This cell phone video posted to social media circulated through the Howard County community earlier this month. It appears to show a 17-year-old student being held down by 3 adults and one of the adults punching him in the head.
And ain't nobody jumping in. Nobody say, hey, man, you shouldn't be doing that. The other white teacher, suspected white supremacist, is holding him down too and not telling him, hey, man, don't hit him in the head. Don't do that. You could have seriously injured that kid. You could have gave him some brain injuries for the rest of his life. You know why? Because they see us as animals. That's why when you read this book, Grandmother's Hands, it does talk about white body supremacy and how they view black bodies. And they view black bodies as superhuman, which we are. We're superhuman, especially compared to them. We're superhuman. Stop. They had to take steroids and everything to get next to us. We're superhuman. Every sport we do, we take the fuck over. If you removed all melanated people from sports, they wouldn't watch it. It'd be a whole bunch of rhythmless white motherfuckers looking like dumbasses out there. That's what it would be. So trust and believe you, me, in this. And they know that. And that's why it took 2 grown-ass men to pin this student down, and then you want to be hitting them upside the head. Now, that teacher or whoever it was needs a good ass kicking. That's what he needs. To say, oh, you want to put your hands on students and be socking them upside the head when he can't defend himself? All right, well, nigga, fight me. See, that's what needs to happen.
Video is clear, and we're saying that there needs to be nothing short of immediate termination of at least that person.
Howard County Police say the student has been charged as a juvenile with
They charge the kid, though. They gonna make sure they charge the nigga.
3 misdemeanor counts of assault. They say before the video was taken, the student allegedly punched 3 other students in the face, one of them several times.
What we've set up as a precedent now is that every time somebody gets into a fight at a school, at a playground, that they're going to be charged as a criminal.
The NAACP and other community groups met Thursday demanding.
Yeah, but y'all could stop meeting and having prayers and shit. Y'all need to meet and like Nelly Fuller Jr. talks about the 4-wall effect. No, we need to stop getting together not to accomplish shit either, though. Like, because we get together and don't shit be accomplished. That's it. We talk about what we gonna do. No, fuck all that. Do it.
School leaders fire the Howard County Public School System security assistant seen striking the student in the video.
And every time something happens to a black child, the black community is told, we're working on it, we're handling it. But then they come back and tell us, well, we can't tell you what we did.
Because that's dominant society rules. It's called being on code. Why would the dominant society tell us what they did? No, we tell them what we do all the time. Like I told you, I was having this conversation with one of the homegirls, man, from back in the day. And I was like, look, man, we need to stop possessing this moral compass that we need to like, oh, I'm in this new department, so I want to make sure I do everything correct and all. Nah, man, fuck all that. If we in this new department and we got shit that we got to do as far as taking care of our loved ones or we not feeling well, that comes first. Fuck them. I see dominant society motherfuckers do it at the court plantation all the time. I remember one dominant society motherfucker, this motherfucker missed 80 days of work. I was like, God damn, how much vacation time this motherfucker got? Just was never around. And then all the other dominant society people that were in charge of him would play stupid like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. It would be excuses like this. Erica, it'd be excuses like this. Where's such today? Oh, his dog went running up the 15 freeway. That's the freeway that's out here in Vegas, and he don't know where his dog is, so he couldn't make it to work today. This is the type of shit they would tell us. And I'd be like, man, this is unfucking real. The shit that I see. Unreal. Oh, his grandmother died. Oh, his grandmother, his aunt died. Oh, his dad died. His other grandmother died. Oh, his mom died. I'm like, damn, how many grandmothers did this motherfucker got? And I'm like, damn, but this is what they fucking do. Oh, he's just sad today. He's stressed out about his dog. I thought he found his dog. Yeah, but he's sad because he had to give it away. I'm like, wow, this is the type of shit that I saw. But anyway.
We're not going to have it anymore.
Police say the security assistant is being investigated. The school district has placed him and the other staff members in the video on administrative leave. WJZ spoke to some parents in the school system who feel the student should not be charged.
You don't know what someone's really thinking and what they're going through at home or anything. So you can't even judge.
All right, another developing story we're following.
Let me tell you something, man, before I end this right here, man. They gonna have the right people on TV. Because if they ask me, I'm gonna, first thing gonna come out the door, well, this is the system of racism and white supremacy. If we're not establishing the system of justice, then I don't know what we're doing. What do you mean establish a system of justice? The same rules that apply to black folk need to apply to the white dominant society. Because if a black teacher striking a white kid on the top of his head, he'd be under the jail right now. That's what would happen. They'd already have a spot built for that nigga. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what's been going on. Look at that judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. That judge act like a defense attorney. Then the other judge, where that white kid was raping all these fucking women and sexually assaulting them, and that judge was like, I prayed on it. I'm gonna give him 8 years of probation because he's a kid. No, he's full aware of what he was doing, but he knows he's affluent and he's got money. Just like that one kid. Look this one kid up. This kid killed somebody because he got drunk and he killed somebody, drunk driving. And the lawyer's defense was, I'm too affluent. He suffers from affluenza and not influenza, not the flu, but he's too affluent. So he has too much money, so he just doesn't know how to act. And that's his defense. Go look it up. This is what they do. This is what they come up with. It shit blows my mind. Look at Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin like, okay, I'm guilty. Well, send me to a federal prison. No, you didn't commit a federal crime. Don't try to make it a federal crime now, motherfucker. You going to a state penitentiary because you don't want to go to no state penitentiary because you know what they're going to do to you. So that's why you like, fuck that. I want to go to a federal prison. Nah, nigga. We need to wake up and understand what the fuck is going on, man. When y'all see at these car plantations, these dominant society people get away with shit, just take mental notes of that shit and just laugh at their ass. And then don't tell them shit. Don't give them nothing. Act like you don't know what's going on and keep it moving. Because like I said, a lot of the dominant society, they want to come around you to gauge their performance based off what you're doing. You know what I mean? And then you see a lot of these dominant society people ass kiss their way to wherever they want to be. Because I feel, in my personal opinion, if the dominant society can't tell niggas what to do, then they feel like their life is meaningless. That's what I feel. That's just what I've seen growing up and being in the corporate plantation. Like, damn, like moving up in this little fictitious leadership bullshit and management shit. It's like, that's the end all to be. That's a rat race, man. While you up here at a little supervisory position, the motherfuckers at the top are going to Dubai. They going to Egypt. They going to Africa. They send their kids to school. They don't give a fuck about you at the bottom. It's called social stratification, nigga. You at the bottom for a reason. And if we give you some carrots and some breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel, then you'll stay in the rat race. So we got to arm kids now. Look, ain't nothing wrong with buying a car, get a nice car, get your nice, do your thing, man. Do that early. I always suggest do that early. You know what I'm saying? So you can know and be prepared what life is about. Then when you get older, start looking at buying property. But before you do all that, get your stocks, your bonds, your 401k, get your mutual funds. Do that now. Get your IRAs now while you're in your 20s. You'll be thanking me when you're in your 30s. Compound interest. It's a motherfucker. But only you can do that. I can't make you do that. And that's the problem. I feel like we have to force feed the financial stability down our brothers and sisters' throats. But it's easy for them to want to go buy the clothes, the shoes, You know, man, fuck the hoes and all that other shit. Yeah, you know, hey, you nigga be ready to fuck hoes all day long. But when it comes, all right, man, look, you need to learn this part. This part is important. Motherfuckers don't want to learn it. That's why you got to start teaching it to kids early. You know what I'm saying? Early, 17, 18, 19 years old. When by the time you're 19, 20, you should know about stocks, bonds, 401ks, mutual funds, IRAs. You should know what they are. You should know what an annuity is. You should know about option trading. You should know about all these things. This should be in your arsenal. So by the time you're 21, 22, your IRA is set up. You got stocks, you have bonds, you got the 401k, which is your IRA. If you don't have one at your job, you're investing in yourself every chance you get. If you're not doing that, you're not in the fucking game. You're not in the fucking game. I'm listening to me right now. Y'all niggas think I'm playing? If you are not investing in yourself, you're not in the fucking game. If you're not trying to be an owner and buy a property and buy a piece of the earth, as E40 said, you're not in the fucking game. I'm not saying if you don't buy it. I'm talking about if you're not aspiring to do that, you're not in the game, man. You're not in the game. You're not passing. You're just passing go and collecting $200. And everybody else is buying Park Place and all the red states. Go play Monopoly. Get in the game. Meaning mentally first, you got to get in the game. It's not about just having and acquiring a property. It's about, well, I want to own it. Even if you don't own a property, start you an LLC so you can be an owner of something, so you can generate some type of income. So it ain't just being depending upon the court plantation, because the court plantation is a motherfucker. It will bend you to your knees. You know what I mean? And you want to have other streams of revenue, and you want to know how to make other streams of revenue, which my generation, me, I know I wasn't taught none of that. I was taught go to school, get you a good job, and you go to church. And read your Bible and pray every day, because if you don't pray every day, you won't grow. That bullshit is what I was taught. But nigga, let me tell you, when you dealing with racism and white supremacy, nigga, they don't give a fuck about you reading your Bible every day. And if you're not in the game, you don't know about stocks, bonds, 401k, mutual funds, IRAs and all that, white people ain't gonna tell you that shit. CDs and mutual and money market accounts and annuities and life insurance policies and all that. I'm tired of watching Lil Kiki and Lil Cravion and everybody else. They pass away, and now we got to do a car wash and we got to do a GoFundMe because ain't no life insurance on him. Nobody has a life insurance policy, so we don't know where we gonna get the money from. I grew up seeing that all in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. Shit is ridiculous, man. You got insurance on this. You got insurance on your phone that you pay for every day. Every day, every month, you pay for it. Because if your phone fuck up, you know you're gonna have to get it fixed or replaced. The same amount of money when you're 18, 19, and 20 years old that you pay for phone insurance is what you would be paying for life insurance on your child. You better get some life insurance, because burying somebody is a fucking business too. Even if you cremate them, it's still a fucking business. But if we're not educating young black folk how this game works, you're fucked with no Vaseline. And I hate to go there that way, but I see so much bullshit. You go into these Latino communities, they're buying homes, they are buying businesses. They're doing that because they know how the game works. They know the way it's set up. That's why every other racial group, they love niggas as a permanent underclass, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches. We are a permanent underclass now. Every other racial group got little Chinatown, Koreatown. They got Latino town. They got every town, like Dr. Claude Anderson says. I'm talking about Las Vegas, Nevada, except for black folk. Shout out to Annie's Kitchen. I stay fucking with her. Yeah, I shouldn't be eating no pork. The NOI would not like what I'm eating at Annie's Kitchen, but I'm sorry, I gotta support it. It's fucked up, but the shit is good. And I got love for Annie's Kitchen. That shit was bomb, and it was beautiful. It was very professional, and I didn't appreciate black folk going on that website, on that Google shit, and leaving fucked up reviews. I'm like, God damn, we hate each other, man. This shit is crazy. Even if the food ain't that good to you, you don't have to go on there and say that. That's sucker shit, man. And, I'm from the down south. And this ain't, it's like we so critical of each other, but we will go to a white restaurant and it will be a roach in the food and we will still not complain and still say, yeah, I went to Rue Crystal. You know what I'm saying? Stop, man. Wake the fuck up, man. I'm 10 minutes over my time. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Hey, man. Read. Research. Understand what the fuck is going on. Know who you are in every room you go in. Know where you are. And know that these schools are not in the best interest of black folk. Y'all know that. Foundational black Americans in the United States of America Incorporated, we are an endangered species when dealing with these people, and we are victims of racism and white supremacy. And if you're not trying to establish a system of justice, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You feel me, Erica? I already know. So anybody that's watching this, you already know what it is. You know what it ain't. If you're a Sambo coon telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd, Steve from Django, I don't fuck with you. And I really don't fuck with the NAACP either. Because I feel like, to me, I feel like the NAACP is more of a soft-spoken black group that will go along to get along so they can get funding. No, you need to get real motherfuckers on there that's gonna really tell the goddamn truth about what the fuck is going on. But anyway, man, that's my time. You already know what it is. You know what it ain't, man. I gotta get up out of here, man. Man, keep reading, keep writing, if that's what you're doing, but I am doing a lot of reading. I'm about to get back on this book that I've been reading, Grandmother's Hands, very, very good book. Then I'm going to probably read Tariq Nasheed's book, then I'm going to get back into my history, man. But anyway, you already know what it is, man. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, no compromise. I fuck with you. I am going to get with you, brother. Just let me get some shit out the way, and I'm going to get with you for sure. And we could just do it over Instagram like we did before, and you can video record it, screen record it, I'll screen record it. We put it on both our pages. But anyway, y'all know what it is. Handle your business, read, research, and know about financial literacy, because that's what is the next way, financial literacy, and knowing exactly where your money is going and how to invest your money. If you're not investing, you're not in the game as well. Hey, man, if a nigga up here talking about, well, that kid shouldn't have been hitting people in the face, and that white teacher wouldn't have been socking him in the head. You're a Sambo coon, tell him about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd, Steven from Django, Mammy, and I don't fuck with you. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.